Have you ever felt like you know English in your mind, but when you try to speak, your mouth just freezes? You understand every word, but speaking feels slow, awkward, or unnatural. Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to show you how to train your brain and your mouth to work together, so English flows naturally from your thoughts to your words. Imagine this. You walk into a cafe. The barista asks, "What would you like to drink?" And without thinking, you say, "Hi, I'd like an iced coffee, please." Smooth, confident, natural. That's what real fluency feels like. And the secret isn't learning more grammar. It's about training your brain and mouth to work as one. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn how to reprogram your speaking habits and sound more like a native English speaker every single day. Part 1. Train your brain to think in English. Before your mouth can speak English naturally, your brain must first think in English. Fluency doesn't start with your tongue. It starts with your mind. When you think in your native language first, and then try to translate your thoughts into English, your brain slows down. You start to hesitate. You lose confidence. You forget words you already know. And sometimes you even stop speaking because your mind gets tired. So, the first and most powerful step toward fluency is to train your brain to think directly in English. This means your thoughts and your words move together instantly, without translation. Every day, you have a chance to practice this skill. You don't need a classroom, and you don't need a teacher. You just need awareness and consistency. When you wake up in the morning, talk to yourself in English. Say simple things like, "I'm hungry," or "I'm tired," or "I want to brush my teeth." When you look outside, describe what you see. Say, "It's sunny today," or "The sky looks beautiful," or "It's raining." When you're getting ready to study, say, "I need to focus," or "Let's start." Each of these small, simple sentences is not just practice, it's training. You are building connections in your brain. You are teaching your brain that English is your automatic language for expressing thoughts. At first, it might feel strange or slow, but that's okay. You're building a new habit. You're creating new mental pathways that make English natural and fast. The more you do it, the less you will need to translate in your head. Here's another great way to train your brain. Describe what you see during your day, silently or out loud. For example, when you walk down the street, think in English. A red car just passed. That woman is talking on the phone. The store is closed. When you do this often, your brain begins to process English like your first language. You'll start to form sentences faster, and your thoughts will begin to appear in English automatically. You can also use short daily exercises to strengthen this skill. For example, choose 5 simple English sentences every day and repeat them in different situations. Say, "I'm ready," "I'm busy," "I don't understand," "I like this," or "I'll try again." Repeat them while walking, studying, or waiting somewhere. You'll start noticing that English becomes part of your natural thinking. Remember, thinking in English is not about being perfect, it's about being natural. The more your brain gets used to English, the faster and smoother your speaking will become. You will stop translating, stop hesitating, and start expressing your ideas with confidence. Fluency doesn't happen in one day. It grows inside your mind, little by little, every time you think, read, or speak in English. So train your brain every single day. When you wake up, when you walk, when you eat, when you study, and before you sleep. You're not just studying English words,
You're teaching your brain a new language of thought. Once your brain starts to think in English, your mouth will naturally follow. This is how fluency begins, not with grammar rules, but with a new way of thinking. So, start now. Think in English. Speak in English. Live in English. That's how you train your brain to become fluent, from the inside out.
Now that your brain is learning to think in English, the next step is to train your mouth. Speaking English isn't just about words or grammar. It's about movement. Your mouth, tongue, and lips are like muscles. And just like any muscle in your body, they need training, practice, and repetition to move smoothly and naturally. When you speak English, your mouth needs to form sounds that may not exist in your native language. That's why it sometimes feels strange or difficult at first. But here's the truth. The more you train your mouth to move like an English speaker, the easier and more automatic it becomes. Let's start simple. Pick a short sentence and repeat it several times slowly and clearly. For example, I want to improve my English. Say it once slowly, then again, a little faster. Each time, focus on how your mouth moves. Feel the shape of the words. Feel the rhythm. Say it again. I want to improve my English. Notice how the sounds connect. The T in want to blends together like wanna. I wanna improve my English. That's how native speakers talk naturally, smoothly, not word by word. When you train your mouth this way, you're teaching it to respond automatically. Your mouth begins to move without you thinking about each sound. This is called muscle memory. Muscle memory is what allows fluent speakers to talk easily, not because they're smarter, but because they've practiced the movement of speaking thousands of times. A great way to build this habit is through shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and speaking at the same time. You copy their words, rhythm, and emotion, almost like you're a mirror. When they speak, you speak. When they pause, you pause. At first, it might feel difficult, but after a few days, your mouth will start copying English sounds naturally. You can shadow any kind of material: YouTube videos, English podcasts, or movie scenes. Choose something you enjoy listening to. Listen once carefully. Then play it again and repeat along with the speaker. Try to match their tone, speed, and feeling. If you do this 5 to 10 minutes a day, you'll notice real improvement. Your pronunciation will get better. Your mouth will move more easily. Your words will sound more natural. You can also practice tongue exercises to improve flexibility. For example, try saying, red lorry, yellow lorry, or she sells seashells by the seashore. These kinds of tongue twisters help you move your mouth quickly and clearly. Remember, your goal is not to sound perfect. Your goal is to sound comfortable. When your mouth is relaxed and confident, your speaking becomes smooth and natural. And don't be afraid to exaggerate the sounds when you practice. Open your mouth wider. Move your lips and tongue more. Speak louder. At first, it might feel strange, but this helps your mouth remember the correct positions and flow of English speech. Think of yourself as a singer practicing a new song. The more you repeat it, the better it sounds, until one day you don't even think about the lyrics anymore. You just sing. That's what happens when your mouth learns English. One day, it will speak automatically, without fear, without hesitation.
Practice every day like a native speaker. If you want your brain and mouth to work together when speaking English, you must practice every day. Not once a week, not once a month, every single day. Think of your mouth like a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes lazy. When you speak English every day, your mouth becomes faster and smoother. You don't need to talk for hours. Even 5 or 10 minutes is enough. Stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and say English sentences slowly and clearly. For example, you can say, I am improving my English every single day. Say it again and again until it feels natural. Then, change the sentence. Say, my English speaking is getting better. Keep repeating until your mouth moves easily. You can also shadow native speakers. That means listening and speaking at the same time. Play a short video or podcast in English. Listen carefully, then repeat with the same tone, same rhythm, and same feeling. This is one of the best ways to train your brain and your mouth together. Remember, your goal is not just to learn English. Your goal is to speak it automatically. When your brain hears English, your mouth should respond without thinking too much. That's when real fluency begins.
Part 4. The final step. Stay consistent and believe in yourself.
Now you know the secret. To speak English fluently, you must train your brain and your mouth to work together. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Every word you say in English is a step forward. Every mistake is part of your progress. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. They are your teachers. Fluent speakers didn't start perfectly. They started just like you, with fear, with small words, and with slow sentences. But they kept going. They trained their brain every day. They spoke English even when no one was listening. So today, I want you to promise yourself something. Promise to speak English every single day, even for a few minutes. Talk to yourself. Talk to your friends. Record your voice. Repeat what you hear. Remember, your brain learns what your mouth practices. If you stop, your progress stops. If you keep going, your brain will adapt, your mouth will move faster, and one day you'll notice you are speaking English without fear and without thinking. Keep training your brain, keep moving your mouth, and never forget, you are already becoming fluent.